Hello, guys, and welcome to this L&D session. Today, we are going to talk about mastering communication skills at work. And my name is Abdullah Alwaheed as a recruitment specialist, and I would like to welcome you all for this interactive session. Before we jump into it, just please, guys, share your name verbally here and describe how communication at work feels for you right now in one sentence.
My name is Hassan Shubar. I am a HR manager and a payroll manager. I am working in one of a telecom company.
Okay. What about you, Mr. Abdullah?
Yeah, my name is Abdullah Ali. I'm the business intelligence manager at Arab Paper Manufacturing Company.
Okay, guys, now I want to describe how communication at work feels for you.
Communication skill is how to deliver the message or how to deliver your need.
Yeah, actually, the communication skills is one of the most important work skills. It's a key success factor for networking the people, networking the duties, the data, information in every business environment.
The objectives for this session, which is to recognize and identify the key components of effective workplace communication and why they matter, and the application of it, how to apply or utilize at least two practical techniques to improve or enhance our communication. What is effective workplace communication, guys? What's the definition based on your expertise? Let's start with Mr. Abdullah and give me in one sentence effective workplace communication.
Yeah, effective communications, I think the communications when it's configured with the metrics and let's say clear communications between the people. There is a code for communicating any information in the workplace.
Amazing input, Mr. Abdullah. What about you, Mr. Hussein? The effective workplace. What is the effective workplace communication?
Yeah, I believe when people know or understand the W's, for example, when, why, who, and who's doing what, then they can communicate very well. Okay, because sometimes you see some people ask something from the wrong person, or they don't know, or they didn't go to the correct direction.
That's amazing. So let's see what's in the end slide, which is it's the effective workplace communication is the exchange of information and ideas between individuals or groups to achieve shared understanding and workplace goals. When communication breaks down, we experience many things, okay, in the real work life. Just call one example based on your actual work. Let's go with Mr. Hussein. One thing happens if the communication breaks down at workplace. You can mention all you want.
Yeah, simply we will see the conflict and clashing.
What about you, Mr. Abdullah?
Yes, for sure. Obviously, the proper communications ensure the accountability, responsibility, and also indicates a healthiness of the outcomes for any business, ensuring all people they are working toward the organizational goals.
That's amazing. And let's see what's in the end slide. We can experience missed lines and duplicate work, team conflict, as you have stated earlier, Mr. Hussein, and low morale, poor customer experience or poor employee experience too, wasted resources and time. We are going to use poll about your biggest communications challenge. Unfortunately, guys, there is a problem in the poll tool that we are using here in Zoom. So instead, I'm going to use the PowerPoint slides as a poll, okay? So which of these is your biggest challenge in communication at work? Is it misunderstandings or lack of listening or cultural differences or lack of clarity in instructions? Surely we will discuss these results together after everyone votes, okay? But based on you, let's go with Mr. Abdullah. What is your biggest challenge at work?
Yeah. Actually, as stated in the dashboard or in the slide here, all are challenged. But however, the lack of clarity in instructions IP, it's the biggest challenge that organizations might face, because the instructions are the umbrella or the guidelines for the task for every function cascaded from the goals and the vision of the organization.
And how can we solve the lack of clarity in instructions in one sentence? How can we solve it?
Proper channels.
Amazing. What about you, Mr. Hussein? What is your biggest challenge in communication? And in one sentence, the solution. What do you choose? A, B, C, or D?
Actually, all of this is a big challenge, to be honest. But
Impossible.
I would
All of
agree
these
with
is your biggest
you.
challenge. You need to choose
Yeah.
only one. Only one. The biggest challenge.
I think I would go also with the Mr. Abdullah, lack of clarity and instruction, because as I HR manager, all the problems when I ask the questions, I realized that the instruction didn't send to the employee in the right way.
Correct. I'm totally in agreement with you. So, how can we solve this in one sentence? How can we solve a lack of clarity in instructions?
We should use simple language suitable with the employee, and in my opinion, I would ask small group from the employee to build this instruction.
That's a brilliant answer, Mr. Hussein. And for me, that I would go for lack of listening, and this is the biggest challenge that I'm experiencing in the workplace between the peers, and especially for employees that they don't have the chance that their line manager to listen to them. So you can tell that majority of the dissatisfaction and unsatisfied about the job, not because of the wage scale or wage or compensation benefits. It's all about the treatment between the line manager and the employees. And that turns out to me recently, and many people, they want someone to listen to them. So the solution is that I'm listening to them properly, but I need to also to advise for the line managers to give a chance to make an open door policy, not only for HR, for all the department, to so the employees, whether he's a construction worker or even a manager, between a manager or unit head, to open a door for communication. Thank you guys for the input, and let's go for another slides. Let's see how it goes. Techniques to improve communications. So guys, just name me one technique or a skill that you are using in your actual work. Let's start with Mr. Abdullah, that you are using on a daily basis.
Yeah, actually, I see embedding technologies for delivering the information is nowadays it's necessary, and it's a key requirement, ensuring that the required information delivered to every person.
That's amazing. What about you, Mr. Hussein? What skill or technique that you are using at workplace currently right now?
Yeah, beside of what Mr. Abdullah said, I agree with him. He used technology to sending the message, the instruction is very important. We can use emails, we can use the application, we can use the platforms. Once the employee open the platforms for the company, he will see pop up about a new instruction. So we have to ensure that our voices heard it.
That's amazing input, Mr. Hussein. That's amazing. And I hope these techniques would even take your current techniques even further. Let's figure out what are they. There are two types, active listening and clarity and consciousness. Active listening, we should focus only on the speaker without interrupting, okay? Paraphrasing to confirm understanding, for example, so what you are saying is, or trying to engage with the last words he's saying, or the last sentence, sorry, he was telling you. Ask clarifying questions. Could you explain that? Could you explain these? And what's the impact about this? The subject we were talking about. So this is an example about when a colleague explains a new process, summarize back the key points before adding your input. This one in terms of active listening. Let's go for the clarity and consciousness, which is state your main point first, then add details. Use simple language and avoid jargon. Check understanding. Does that make sense, for example? Here's a clear instance. The deadline is a Friday at noon. I need the first two sections completed. Let me know by Wednesday if you foresee any issues. So these examples about clarity and consciousness and active listening. Now, the activity is simply that we will mention one skill or technique, whether it's we learned from this session or based on your expertise, guys. Okay. So can you see, guys, the whiteboard?
Yes, cousin.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I'm going to write your names here. Hussein, and I'm going to write Abdullah. As it's being stated, just guys, I want you to mention one phrase or technique that you would use tomorrow in your workplace to improve the workplace communication. I will capture your ideas as we go through, okay?
Okay.
So let's start with Mr. Abdullah.
Yeah. Actually,
You can mention only two if you would like. 1 and 2, okay? Let's go for the first.
Okay, so simplified answers, like we can say like feedback system.
Feedback via system. Okay, I love it. And
Yeah. And yes. And also like enabling surveys, let's say. Yeah.
enabling surveys. Surveys is surveys. Okay, surveys. Enabling surveys through internal system. Via internal system.
Yes.
Okay, I love it.
Yeah, surveys enable any organization to collect the information and better understand the processes. Yeah.
That's amazing. What about you, Mr. Hussein? You can mention.
I'm thinking to create a video, okay, and explain the payroll elements, okay, because everyone get
Sorry for interrupting, Mr. Hussein. You need the base clips.
repeated a question about salaries, how we calculate overtime, how we calculate late minutes, let's say we call it lost minute. So I think it would be a good idea to prepare a video and explain these things with simple language suitable for all employees, and people could watch this video several times, because when we talk to people we used to be on hurry, so we explain the calculation quickly, and usually the employee maybe they didn't understand, although they said yes I get it, because he is embarrassed to say no I didn't understand. So I think that would be help. I think this would help.
That's very good. So let's focus on the generic effective communications instead of being focused on functions like payroll or employee engagement or recruitment. I want a skill that to support all type of employees, generic, that you will use it already, or you're planning to use it as a skill or technique. It's totally fine. By the way, your input's amazing.
I would try also to send a message in indirect way to some people who they don't know how to listen, who they always interrupt others, and they are not respecting other people' opinion, and this need to be deal with carefully. Okay, I don't think so. It is a good idea to approach to someone and tell you you are rude, you don't respect others. No, but maybe.
Let's say a code of conflict, like
Yeah.
Throughout Mr. Hussein, that you want to send a message indirectly to listen to employee. Okay, which channel, which sub the application or the method?
And maybe I would use the direct one. For example,
Internal
myself
system.
and some of management member, we sit like after break, after eating something, and we talk. And maybe I will say, guys, yesterday I have read a book about the impact of effective communication, and the author mentioned very interesting idea, and I start giving examples.
Amazing techniques and skills that you will utilize, Mr. Hussein. And thank you too, Mr. Abdullah, for your inputs. The slides we'll talk about as a role play before and after. Okay, I'm gonna show you two different diagrams and tell me which one you prefer and why. Okay.
Yes.
The first example is, hey, can you do that thing we talked about yesterday? It's really important, so don't mess it up. I need it ASAP. That's on the left side. On the right side, however, hi Sarah, regarding the sales report we discussed yesterday, could you prepare the Q1 section on Thursday noon? I'm happy to answer any queries about the format. This will help us prepare for client meeting. So guys, what do you prefer, on the left or on the right, and why?
Yeah, for me, if the message would be sent to someone close to me and we used to work together, and this message only between me and him, I will use the left side. Okay?
No, Mr.
Because sometimes it is good to send direct message. Sorry?
Sorry for interrupting, Mr. Hussein. Try this communication, like it's going to be for everyone, not internal, or not someone close to you or someone's away from you, like a manager or different employees in different departments. Consider this communication is going to be universal in the organization. So which one you prefer? And literally,
In this case, definitely I will use the right one because
Okay.
it is specific, it is detailed, nobody will be puzzled, nobody will be
And most importantly,
will
Mr.
not
Hussein,
be foggy.
it is respectful. The most important part, it is respectful. On the left side, it's showing that it's too, not only too specific, it's being like it's considered as a rude tone in the email. What about you, Mr. Abdullah?
actually, I would see as a formal communication for sure it's the right side answer, but I would agree with Mr. Hussein in terms of daily and casual communications inside office between colleagues. That would work because it showed and everyone they are understanding what's meant by the syntax. The right side sentence is clear to the point, putting no more questions or additional questions required to conduct the work.
It's vague instructions, which is obvious. On the right side is the opposite, specific request. And no time frame is being added in the left side. However, on the right side, it's being a deadline, clear deadline. Negative tone, which shows kind of disrespect. On the right side, context provided, and shows respect for the receiver. Okay, and that's considered as a poor communication on the left side. On the right side, effective communication, and this is our goal, guys, to use always an effective communication. So key takeaways, guys, and this is the last slide. We are in the end of the presentation, and we learned the communication is critical. Effective communications directly impacts the workplace, relationships, productivity, and result. Second, listen actively, focus fully, paraphrase, and confirm understanding before responding. Third, and lastly, be clear and concise. Structure messages, simple languages we should use, avoid jargons, and check for understandings. And I, guys, send you already earlier the materials through your emails. Please check the inbox, plus the resources I have taken for this presentation with Harvard Business. And there is a link, you can access it at any given time, plus the My Tools communications too. Thank you guys for your participating and engagement, and hopefully that I hope that you learned something new, that you can even take this skill to even the next level. Thank you guys again, and if you have any questions, please let me know. Mr. Hussein.
Thank you, Abdullah. Thank you for inviting us for this learning and development session. I really enjoy it, and it's very important topic. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. What about you, Mr. Abdullah?
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Abdullah. Thank you, Mr. Hussein, also for this fruitful and joyful session.
You are very, very welcome, Mr. Abdullah. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and have a lovely night ahead.